Good morning, good evening, or good night to the lovely people watching. In today's video, it's more going to be like a relaxed vibe where I'm actually not going to be promoting it, but I'm actually also going to be speaking about that. If you do it with a reality based mindset behind it, it's good. You have people in society every single weekend they drink, every single weekend they gamble, every single weekend they smoke, and then it turns into a daily habit where they smoke just for stress, and then they do these sort of bad habits in order to escape from reality. If you're able to maintain control every now and then, where, okay, you played an hour of video games that weekend, it was 4 weeks until next time you played an hour. Okay, that's not gonna destroy your life path. If you grabbed a cigarette at a party, but you don't smoke, and you're like, okay, I liked it then and there, but I'm not gonna do it again. Cool. If you grabbed a beer last Friday night and it goes like 4 months before you touch another beer or a glass of whiskey, cool. It's all about this enjoying the moment. Because social media has kind of ruined our perspective of it. At the same time, society and people by themselves are ruining it for themselves. That if you go drinking every single weekend, you will see the money slowly over time drain your bank account. That's your own fault. If you smoke every single day in order to escape from stress, that is your own fault. If it becomes a habit, you should break the chains before the habit becomes too strong. Like, I got an addiction. I got a coffee addiction. Every single morning, I start the day with a morning coffee and a glass of water, and then with a protein shake afterwards. But that's my addiction, which is not going to kill me because it's healthy. But moments like where you sit down and you grab a beer with your father, your brother, your siblings, you actually take a glass of wine with your mother and speak about life. Moments like that are precious, even though it's alcohol, cigarettes, or legal substance involved. Not that bad. You want to know why? Because moments like that you'll maybe look back upon one day. I remember there was one night where I was twisting and turning, and I could hear my father at the same time was up. He was awake. I could hear the TV. This was a long time ago. So I just went out into the living room and I just sat down with him. No awkward silence, just sat down with him and just watched TV. Then he grabbed whiskey and asked if I wanted some. Sure. Would like a glass too. Sat there, started speaking why I couldn't sleep, and he said the same thing too. Stress, life. My perspective was finance situation and there, stress for him. And I realized moments like that I'm very grateful for what they've done for us. Like our parents and our siblings and the people around that care for us. The amount of shit they've gone through in order for me to have a better life. We've seen on social media all this sort of, I'm gonna make millions of dollars and retire my parents. Honestly, I understand it. I believe it. I'm gonna achieve it too. Because I want to give back what they gave me. Stability, safety. As a young adult, it's sad to see that people around you are working in jobs that they don't care for. They're working in places that just gets the money. So you and I, we have an unfair advantage that we're young. We can tinker and fuck around in a good way in order to expand on our knowledge, finances, and things like that. We can take more risks than other people, right? And I'm not saying a 40-year-old can take the same amount of risks as a 20-year-old. I'm just saying that as Every single day counts. Over time, examples behind me, you see down at the tip of my finger, just goes to show to the length that over time, all the time I've drinking energy drinks, I've spent $2 to $4 every single day and used money, right? Because let's really think of it the math and statistic ways, right? Put away the taxes and then stuff like that. Let's say on average on a daily basis, I use $3 to buy an energy drink, which I usually do. Let's take that, time it by 10. What do you get? You get $30, and those $30 could have been used towards necessities, food, savings, investments, towards something else, right? But that's my own fault because I got the cravings in the moment that I new flavor, cool. A new flavor wouldn't hurt, because, well, I am curious about energy drinks. Delicious one. Because, for example, when they released the Monster Viking Berry, I was really into that for a period of time before I drank it so much that my brain got numb to it, just like, nah, fuck this shit. And I'm starting also to realize every single time I press record, every single time I look around in my environment, I understand fundamentally self what needs to be changed. I know what must be done. I just need to do it one day at a time. I can't stress by thinking that, tomorrow I'm going to wake up with $1 million in my bank account. No, it's the effort that I put in on a daily basis right here, right now, that every single time I press and record, make a YouTube video, even if the YouTube video doesn't perform like the one that made my YouTube channel head off, I don't expect this video to reach even 100 views, let alone maybe 5. I'm just even grateful that I'm posting, or trying at least once every day, maybe twice if I have the time for it, and I'm able to reach out to someone, gain 1 view at least. I'm grateful for that, honestly. The amount of, even 210 subscribers for me, every single time I check and it got up by 1 subscriber, I'm grateful. I'm just like, yeah, kind of nice. I did this, but of course at the same time, you did it. You thought I was interesting enough to press like, I want this dude to continue, so we press subscribe. I liked it. But I can bring another example of one day ain't gonna hurt, right? That right there is the amount of time I post YouTube videos on a daily basis. The red dots is basically the days I haven't posted, and the green ones are basically days I have posted. But that's say, if I skip today because I have a reason behind it that, that I actually had to help out with family, fair enough, then YouTube has to go that specific day. If I was working a 12-hour shift and I don't have the energy to press record, so be it. Because there's also a part of me that I don't want to press record and just like stumble into the video like this. Oh. Good morning, good evening, or good night to the little people watching. I apologize, I'm just really tired after work. I don't want to bring that sort of energy, I would rather bring this mellow energy that I have today, or a hyped up version of myself, because it's more nice to watch. But that's my perspective of it. This video is more of a rant than anything else, and the first 2 minutes of the video just answered itself that if you grab a smoke every now and then, fair enough. If you drink a glass of beer or a glass of whiskey every now and then, or you actually go out with your friends and you go out to eat and alcohol is involved, right? You drink in a smart way. It's also nice. When there's reason behind it and clarity, and you are not dumb by drinking yourself completely black out. Good. It becomes a problem when the addiction forms that alcohol is your way to escape from reality. It becomes a problem when you rely on things to just feel something. Energy drinks, for me, for example, died. If I need a boost of caffeine or sugar or sweet, and just in order to just feel the extra dopamine hit, that's my problem. It became the worst time for me. It was actually a real issue. It was back in high school during my second year. every day. Holy hell. It could go 2 energy drinks. Even on a Sunday, it could go 2 energy drinks. And I would think that, why am I so tired? Why am I so feeling lethargic? Because I didn't drink enough water. I didn't take care of my health as I should have. I barely ate, and I grew up as a skinny kid. When I started to go into fitness, I started to realize this is something I want to do. I like it full time. Every single day I hit the gym. But what about rest days? I do. Tomorrow is yoga. Tomorrow is my rest day. It's nice because it's also soothing for my own brain by going in there and just grabbing a yoga mat, sitting down and stretching on. And you might be thinking, but that's not how you build muscles. That's not how you become a man. That's your opinion. Good for you. That's pretty much it, to be fairly honest with you. A beer every now and then, a glass of whiskey, a cigarette. Not bad. In order to escape from reality in a healthy way. Socializing with your friends becomes a problem when it's a daily use. Says coming from the person that drinks coffee right here, right now. It is you versus you. Fuck everyone else, but seek guidance. What do you need? Take care.